In this demo, we will show you how to use Azure to back up on-premises Windows Server virtual machines. Begin by installing the Microsoft Azure Recovery Services, or MARS agent. Locate the downloaded installer and double-click to launch it. The Microsoft Azure Recovery Services agent setup wizard opens. Choose the installation folder and specify a cache location for temporary backup data. If your system connects to the internet through a proxy, provide the proxy address, port number, and authentication details if required. Once entered, continue with the installation. After installation, click Proceed to Registration. Browse and select the Vault Credentials file you downloaded earlier from the Azure portal. This step registers the agent with your Recovery Services Vault in Azure. On the Vault, ensure that private endpoints are enabled for secure network transfer. Backup immutability is turned on to prevent ransomware tampering. Encryption is configured using a passphrase stored in Azure Key Vault, and redundancy type is set for zonal or regional resiliency. When prompted, create an encryption passphrase. This passphrase secures all backups sent to Azure. Store it safely, as Microsoft cannot recover it if lost. Once done, select Finish to complete registration. Now, let's configure the backup schedule. Open the Microsoft Azure Backup application on your server. In the Actions pane, click Schedule Backup to launch the configuration wizard. Choose Add Items, then select the data you want to protect. You can back up the system state or specific files and folders. Once selected, click OK, and then Next. Define when backups should run, daily or weekly. Adjust timings to match your recovery point objective. For example, an 8-hour RPO can be achieved with 3 daily backups. Next, define how long backups will be retained. You can set separate retention durations for daily, weekly, and monthly copies based on compliance and storage needs. Choose Automatically over the network for your first backup to upload data directly to Azure. Review your configuration details carefully. Once verified, click Finish. The wizard creates your backup schedule and confirms successful configuration. To validate setup, initiate a manual backup. Click Backup Now from the Actions pane. Monitor progress in the console as data is securely transmitted to Azure and encrypted with your passphrase. The backup completes successfully, and your data is now securely stored in Azure with encryption and retention policies enforced. In this demonstration, we installed and registered the MARS agent, configured encryption and backup policies, and performed a secure backup to Azure. This setup ensures reliable, compliant, and resilient protection for your on-premises Windows Server workloads. After the backup job is created, you can monitor and manage your backups directly from the MARS agent interface or via the Azure portal for centralized visibility and reporting.